Hello, my name is Alex Roberts, and today I'm going to talk about driving under the influence. I want you to imagine you or a loved one is driving, and suddenly, out of nowhere, an intoxicated driver crashes into your car. Now your car is totaled, and more importantly, lives are in danger. In today's day and age, it's inexcusable to drive under the influence because of all of the alternatives that there are. And every time you drive under the influence, you put lives at risk. It's also important to understand that alcohol consumption is not the only way to be impaired while driving. There are also a number of substances that can impair your abilities, and it's important to know what those are before we drive. In today's day and age, it is completely unacceptable to drive under the influence because of all of the alternatives that there are. For example, we have mobile apps such as Uber and Lyft. Uber and Lyft are a great way to avoid driving under the influence and endangering people's lives. There's also other means of public transportation such as buses, trains, trolleys, and etc. It's important to know the schedules and to know that these are resources we can use. It's also important that we reach out to friends and others so that we can look for designated drivers. We can also walk if it's possible. Driving under the influence can also mean other things than just alcohol consumption. It can mean marijuana usage, other street drugs, other prescribed medications that will make you drowsy or impair your reflexes. It's important to know what these are before we're driving so that we know if we're being safe. In conclusion, driving under the influence is a deadly game to play, and you can put your own life and others' lives at risk, so really it's not worth doing. There are many ways to avoid driving under the influence, and it's important that we use our resources for public transportation. And we also need to know what we're putting in our bodies and how it's affecting us and whether or not it's safe to drive. So those are things that we need to be cautious of, and I hope after this you will do so. Thank you for listening.